and welcome you all to my channel. So today we are going to be looking at very important issue. We are going to be discussing very important issues today, and the question here is pattern drafting and freehand. Like, a lot of people tend to ask that what is the difference between pattern drafting and the difference between freehand, which of the method is actually the best, and what is the difference, what differentiates a pattern drafter from a freehand, like when it comes to making of the outfit. So this question was asked and discussed on my social media platform. If you haven't joined us on Facebook, please kindly do so. Sewing is Fun by 3 Designs, and on Instagram, Thank God Designs. All the details are at the description bar. So firstly, I would love to say people tend to make mistake, or people tend to confuse pattern drafting for freehand. What some people do is they also cut out what they cut out on freehand. Okay, firstly, what is freehand method of sewing and what is pattern drafting? Freehand method of sewing simply means that you are cutting directly on fabric, and so when you want to cut directly on fabric, you are making use of freehand. While pattern drafting simply means you are drafting out your human block on a piece of paper, and a lot of people tend to assume that what they do is pattern drafting, and what most people tend to do is the same way they draft on a freehand, they just draft it on paper and assume that it is pattern drafting. It is actually wrong. The method of drafting a pattern is totally different. Your calculations are totally different. So in this video, we are going to be looking into it deep down, so for every one of you to understand it better, so you won't get confused, and you can actually ask yourself if what you're actually doing, is it freehand, is it pattern drafting, or you are drafting your freehand on paper and you claim it is pattern drafting. Yeah, you are so wrong to do that, because you're not going to get the same outcome or the same effect of pattern drafting. So for you to draft a pattern, basically there are certain tools you must have. You can't draft pattern and then you don't have certain equipment or certain tools. It simply means that what you are doing is you're implementing your freehand to your paper and you call it pattern drafting. So with me here, I have different tools, all the set of tools a pattern drafter should have. And for this reason, I'm going to be giving out this pattern set at a discount price to all my subscribers, because we have so many of them available at our store. So all you have to do when you want to purchase yours is to ask for the discount code, requesting you are one of my subscribers. So while I show you, I'm going to explain in details what every one of them function is. So the first one I would love to show you guys is this. So this is what they call the pattern master, and these tools are actually very flexible and very transparent. So this is what they call pattern master. Now this pattern master is, I call it, from the name pattern master, it means master of all. Like, it has so many functions this pattern master actually does on pattern paper. So the first thing you can use this your pattern master for is when you want to connect your underbust to your waist region. So you're making use of this curve inside, you're making use of this curve in form of L shape to connect your underbust to your waist region. Okay, so this is what you're making use of this curve below for. And another thing is you can also make use of this point as a straight ruler to connect your lines together. Now aside that, you can also make use of this point like to connect your waist and your hip region together. So every pattern drafter should have this complete set. Okay, so this is what you are making use of the pattern master for. Now why should you go into pattern drafting. Why? What is the main reason? Now, pattern drafting tends to give you your human figure. One advantage of when you are making use of pattern is you get the accurate shape and it follows the human block. So you're actually drafting a human block on a piece of paper. Now, when you are drafting a human block on a piece of paper, it actually had no allowance. And one advantage of that is you can use one pattern for a client for several period of time, except if your client or the individual tend to increase in size or tend to decrease in size. So if your client still maintain a particular size, then you can use one pattern for a long period of time. So you don't have to keep on drafting patterns and drafting patterns to make different styles. So what you just have to do is to get your human block, and from your human block pattern you can transfer it to other pattern, modify it, and to achieve your styles. So those are terms used in drafting pattern. So when you have your human block could be either at the upper region or at the lower block. You have your human block, all you just have to do is to modify it. And when you are drafting your pattern, your block pattern, you basically need no allowance, except when you want to transfer it to your other pattern where you want to modify it. And there are some styles you can't achieve with freehand that can only be achieved with pattern drafting. One example of styles is when you want to do some contouring, you want to do some drapings, you want to do some slash and spread method. You can't achieve that on a freehand, except if you want to waste a lot of fabrics or you just want to like get the wrong style. Do you get? So when you want to do some certain styles like slash and spread method for pattern drafting, when you want to cut your 6 pieces, your 8 pieces, you are making use of your basic block, and your basic block simply means your pencil skirt. So your 6 pieces, your 8 pieces, 12 pieces, A shape slash and spread skirt are being achieved from the pencil skirt. And with that, it is so easy to understand fashion and that. So this next tools now I'll be showing you is hip curve. So this is our hip curve, and you can see the shape of the hip curve coming this way. So you actually use this like this to connect your waist region to your hip region. Now when you are making use of pattern, when you're making use of freehand to connect your waist and your hip region, you can never achieve a perfect curve. Hey, our hands cannot give us a straight line or a curved line, accurate curved line like instruments. I hope you guys understand. There's no way you want to use your hand on your free hand to get your curve, that your curve is not going to bend like it has some K-legs. But when you're making use of these instruments, your curves are straight, they are perfect, and when you are done, your outfit is cliche. And that is why you discover that some designers' outfits are perfect than the others. It simply means the tools being used to construct those are very, very accurate. So this is our hip curve. You use this to connect your waistline to your hip region. I hope you guys can see this. So this is our hip curve. So like I said, your hands can't achieve a very straight line, except if you just want to deceive ourselves. Truth be told, your hands can't be as perfect as that. So one difference again, or one advantage of pattern drafting is it's easier for you to do patches work. You want to create a design and you want a particular design of a fabric to fall at a particular area. So because you're making use of pattern, you can just go ahead and place your pattern at the exact part of the fabric and give you your top-notch designs. And the truth is, fashion revolves. I'm not saying freehand can't give you your basic outfitting or whatever, but fashion revolve, and we should also try to revolve around it. So trainings for pattern drafting are also available. All the details are. So this gives us our oral shape. So when you want to cut your flay, you want to cut flay either or peplon, your flay or your peplon, either your half flay or your full flay. This is the tool you will use. It's called the oral shape. So you use this to connect like your circle shape. And like I said, when you want to make use of freehand, hey, you can't connect a long curve like a perfect long curve without your hands shaking and bending. So with these tools now, it gives you like a perfect round shape. All you just have to do is to make use of this point like this, connect your curved lines together, and this gives you a perfect curve shape. So you make use of this for your peplon, any curve shape you actually want to achieve, either on a dress. And one thing about this, why I really love to make use of this, is there are times you just want to make like patches work and you want to get a shape. Now if you look into this clearly, you are going to see like different shape. This is like N shape, you have like your L shape, you have your circle shape, you have your straight lines. I don't know if the camera can focus on it. You have your straight lines in different meters. So this is small, this increases all the way. So at times when you want to get a certain shape for your patches or for your patchwork, then you can also make use of this, and trust me, your shapes are going to be accurate. So for the pattern set, it actually comes like all of these instruments comes together with it. So one other thing is, when you want to achieve contouring, and if you discover some certain things, like you want to create some piece of design, you want to create your own piece of design, you can't just go ahead to fabric and you start cutting. You actually need to draft your pattern. You have to try it out on cheap fabrics such as calico, such as bridal, see how it looks like. And one advantage of pattern drafting is you can actually see your mistakes on the paper first before you transfer it to your fabric. So it's not a situation whereby you are done cutting and you are like, oh, my dress are not beautiful, I made a mistake, or this or that. When you make use of pattern, you are going to discover your mistake first on the pattern paper before you achieve that. So I don't know why this ruler is finding it difficult to come out. Hey, so this is just ruler. This is just like a normal ruler, and this ruler is actually very long. So you can just use this to connect where you have your straight lines, your waist, your hip to your knee length, your block, and all of that. So this is just ruler to give you your straight lines. Now another advantage of pattern drafting is it's when you learn pattern drafting, not when you transfer your freehand on paper, is that you eliminate all form of that through your pattern. So let's say you want to make a simple skirt as simple as pencil skirts, right? You want to make skirts as simple as pencil skirts. So for your pencil skirts, you don't have any darts. You can actually draft your darts on your pattern paper, and when you want to transfer it to your fabric, you just go ahead and close your darts, and with that it gives you like a perfect fit. And that is why there are some dresses you will see that when you want to achieve with freehand, you have to give it a form of joining. Like maybe you want to cut out this point, or you want to achieve 6 pieces dress without joining. You can't achieve that with freehand, because there's no way you want to achieve your 6 pieces dress all the way down without having half cuts. But with the use of pattern drafting, you don't need half cuts. You can just achieve that straight directly on your piece of paper. So this is another instrument. I hope you guys can see this. So this instrument basically is to connect your waistline, your bust point to your waist point. Okay, you are using this for your upper block to connect your bust point to your waist block, and you can see this also gives you like a curved shape. But when you want to connect your bust point to your waist point, you are making use of this area to connect this together. So this is used for the upper block to connect your bust point to your waist, and these tools are actually very long. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's as long as a top length for a plus size. So this is what you have for this. Now aside that, again, one other advantage of it is you can't be invited for a competition, or you want to showcase your work and then you go ahead and make use of freehand. It doesn't actually make you look good. Okay, so the world is revolving, and like I said, discounts are available for our pattern classes. All you just have to do is to come in as one of our subscribers, and we give you discount for it. So let's say you want to make a shape A-shaped skirts. For your freehand method, basically you just have to get your A shape. But when you're making use of pattern, you can include methods like slash and spread method. Slash and spread method simply means you're adding extra fabrics to your slash and spread, starting from your dart line, your waistline. You can use slash and spread method at any region, and this one advantage of it is it actually makes it very full. So this is also another tools. So this is what we call our armhole curve. I hope you guys can see it. So our armhole curve, this is like the name implies, this is used to connect our armhole. So basically when you are using your free hand and you want to connect your armhole, you discover that maybe along the line your armhole is too long, or your armhole is actually too tight, or the clients can't easily move our armhole freely. But by the time you make use of this armhole curve, this gives you like a perfect curve connecting your shoulder lines to your bust region, and this is actually very flexible and it doesn't break. One advantage of this set is it doesn't break and it is so flexible. So this is our armhole curve. Now you will discover that even in between the armhole curve we have little patches. So this armhole curve tends to correct your lines, or tends to correct your measurements if your armhole measurements are actually wrong. So this tools will tend to correct it for you even before transferring it to the fabric. So I hope these tools have actually made fashion very easy for you. So one other one I would love to show you guys is this tracing wheel. Now this tracing wheel is very important. Don't forget that in pattern drafting we said you first draft your basic block, and on your basic block we don't have allowance on our basic block. So from your basic block you can transfer it to other pattern papers to modify the type of styles you want. So where you want to transfer your pattern to other pattern papers, or you want to extend your pattern, like you want to have a full front block or a full back block, all you just have to do, instead of you marking your pattern again, all you just have to do is to make use of this tracing wheel. You can see it moves like a tire. So this is just like a tracing wheel. Use it to trace out your lines on one pattern and it shows on the second pattern paper. So this makes pattern drafting very easy. You don't have to go through the stress of trying to draft your patterns again. And this is the free gifts we include in our set of pattern paper. So when you get pattern sets from us, you are also getting this free gift. This is actually free. We are giving it out as free prizes that comes together with our pattern set. So in total we have about 7 instruments that are needed for you to get your accurate pattern shape. So another thing I also want to point out to you guys is, fine, you can make use of your free hand, but try to also develop yourself. Now for free hand, when you want to get our calculations, so let's say our bust measurement is let's say our waist measurement is 30. So for free hand we are saying 30 divided by 4 plus 2 for our sewing allowance. That is the calculation for freehand. But when it comes to pattern drafting, you are going to say 30 divided by 4, 30 plus 2 divided by 4 plus 2. And so for our hip measurements, you have hip divided by 4, hip plus 2 divided by 4 plus 1. So you discover that for our hip we have plus 1, for our waist we have plus 2. It's because the extra one we have for our waist is our dart allowance. So the calculations are actually very different. The mode of drafting are actually very different. And if you ask me which is more easier, pattern drafting is actually more easier, because by the time you get the basic block, you are good to go. So one other thing why you want to draft your pattern is to also make sure you are making use of the right pattern paper, not the brown paper they used to not the regular brown paper they used to wrap books in the bookshop and then you assume it's a pattern, your drafting pattern. So we have accurate pattern papers that you should use when you want to draft pattern. So let me just go ahead and show you guys a sample of it. So let me know what you guys feel. What is your opinion? Put it down put it down at the comment section, your opinion, your experience, what you feel about this topic. Okay, so this is the standard pattern paper, and hey, this pattern paper is about 60 inches long. So 60 inches long, it is standing on the floor, and look at where it gets up to, basically close to my height, okay, which is about 60 inches long. And one advantage about this pattern paper is it comes in bundle, it comes in form of a roll. It comes in form of a roll, so you are not going to pieces it, or you have pieces laying all around. So now for you to discover your differentiate your block, let's say your back block to your front block, looking at this pattern paper, we have like a door face. This is a door face, and this is the shiny surface of it. I don't know if this camera does justice to it, but this is the shiny surface of your pattern paper, and this is the door surface. So you can use your shiny surface for the back block and your door surface for the front block. It makes it easier for you to differentiate. And when you want to make use of slash and spread method, contouring, drapings, you can just make use of your basic block on the shiny method, and you make use of your slash and spread method, slash and spread, making use of your door surface. So these pattern papers are also available in white and brown, so it actually depends on what you want. And look at, by the time it doesn't come in pieces, so when you cut out what you actually want, you still have the remaining length for you to make use of. And this is the standard pattern paper every pattern drafter should have. And if you don't have that, you can order for yours or you get yours. So thanks so much for watching this video. I hope this video have been able to solve your questions on between pattern drafting and freehand, what method is best, and what is the difference between pattern drafting and freehand. And so for this, we are giving out discounts for trainings. When you're coming in for trainings for pattern drafting, we have discounts. Our tools have discounts, our pattern papers have discounts. All you have to do when you come in is to claim or identify yourself as one of our subscribers, and you enjoy your discounts. So drop your topics, your questions, your opinions at the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.